Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow.
EA Sports coverage. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready? Check right 54, right 54. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 75 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. The 30, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, 77 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-grab?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Maher, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Let's go, let's go. 25, check 25, check 25. Check.
First down. Here's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Out, 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 out.
To throw, there's Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 53 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Malik Collins gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Throwing, Cousins. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Michael Bannon in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. On now the former Cowboy, Dan Bailey, for the field goal try. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Kill. 27. I'm trying to collect.
First down, Prescott. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
47.
A second down throw for Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Tighten up.
Cousins. And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
He's scared. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey, no, easy. Mike by 4. Hey, Zoo.
3rd and long for Cousins. And the pressure gets to him again. Through one quarter, 9-7 our score. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Austin. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. And a pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Cousins from the gun on third. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. The CD, we're already firmly in the month of November, so I want to go ahead and take a look at the AFC playoff picture. Right now, division leaders, New England, Baltimore, Houston, and KC. If it ended today, the wild cards would go to Buffalo and Indianapolis. And you think those are going to be the 6? Probably some shuffling along the way.
There will be some shuffling along the way, maybe more in seeding than in actual teams, because when you're looking at who's in the wild card hunt right now, Pittsburgh, Oakland, both 4-4, Tennessee and Jacksonville at 4-5. The way teams are playing, they may just knock off each other. I think all the teams we listed have a heck of a chance of making it to the playoffs.
On second down, Elliott. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On third down, it's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The penalty does everything but get them a first down. It's close here on 2nd and inches. Cook following the penalty. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A first down throw for Cousins. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr. there to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
It just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing, Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Check 55, Mike. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Check right. Watch it, 5.
A first down throw for Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Andrew Sendejo swoops in for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third.
He's coming. He's like, kill.
Elliott. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Danny.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
That's caught once again by Gallup. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So on 4th down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. This will be, 38 yards out. Maher able to put this one through. And the lead slims to 5 now at 15-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half, Cousins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this? The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Prescott now. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays. Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Kill. Mike, 55, Mike.
Prescott from the gun. Big hold to the 30. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Stepping aside from this game for a second, how about us being in Week 10 of the NFL season right now? That makes me want to resurface that MVP talk we had earlier in the year. Who do you have right now leading in the MVP race?
Is this quarterbacks edition only, or can we actually bring other people into it?
Yeah, go wherever.
Because the league does tell you that MVP can be anyone, but numbers show us it's really got to be a quarterback. So let's just start there, right? Russell Wilson in Seattle. I think he has to be a prime guy. I think you have to look at Tom Brady. All right? It's always Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes, if he can get back into the lineup and be his usual self, he could get into this race again and maybe defend his crown. And Aaron Rodgers from Green Bay has really come on in recent weeks despite a stumble against the Chargers this past week. But how about Lamar Jackson? I mean, what he's doing with Baltimore and their win over New England, you've got to have him as a prime candidate. And you know how much I love Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, he's in special when he's
Oh, he is absolutely special because he does it all. And if they weren't risking injury, he'd run back kicks too.
On 1st and 10, Prescott under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
54, Mike, 54.
After the sack on 1st down, Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, and that's Elliott, complete. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up
46.
Check, Mike. 54.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. But he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. From the red zone now, Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Danielle Hunter, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Switch. 47.
Third and long for Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The kick by Marr is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Arlington, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Marr now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And Diggs has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins being chased out left. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now on the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Elliott on first down, going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They're going to run the jet sweep. It's Cobb with it. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Prescott. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. That's good for 28 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Cousins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Check 24. Check 24.
Cousins to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance.